I'm kind of concerned at the feedback you're going to get on this piece.
How come?
Well,
if you've gone to your local Goodwill lately in search of a true steal, the odds are you've walked out empty-handed. Now, I've gone to Goodwills around the country lately, and I gotta tell you, I've come up empty so many times. This one is getting a low grade, and a big reason for that is shopgoodwill.com, which is Goodwill's e-commerce store. Today, they have been kind enough, and we've been given special access to go in and see the whole process on how they choose the best stuff for their own website. Sorting, listing, authenticating, all of it. It's gonna be very useful. Right next to this Goodwill outlet location. Hi.
How you doing?
Good. I'm here to see Phil. Thanks.
Phil?
Hey!
How's it going?
Snuck in.
Yeah, Tyson.
How you doing? Phil, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Product comes in, we use the tipper to go ahead and tip it up so that way we're not bending over, killing our backs.
Yeah, I saw the tipper at the other location. Same thing. Big,
yeah,
like,
this one's a lot
this
smaller.
is the tipper. Okay.
This is
the mini tipper.
Yeah. From there, we go ahead and sort the product.
So when you get this stuff, is it somewhat pre-sorted?
So it's pre-sorted at the stores, and they go ahead and kind of select higher value items. Once it gets to the facility, we give it another sort to make sure it's up to the standard and it's something that we can sell.
How do they know what to look for, I guess? Is there like a list of things for them to look for? Or?
Yeah, so we have kind of some documents, a keep in store list, and always send to e-commerce list. So that will give them a blueprint of brands, also different items that we're looking for, such as Lego, Pyrex. The very unique items too are a great opportunity for us. And a lot of people walking into a thrift store, they're not looking to spend $20,000 on a Rolex, but those are things that show up. We've moved a $152,000 painting. You know, a number of different categories, everything from Apple items, cameras, minifigures, dead animal stuff is one of my favorites.
Wow.
It's always kind of a funny category. It tends to sell well. Like if you want a moose antler, there you go.
Is there anything illegal that you get that you can't sell?
We have a large list of prohibited items, firearms, crossbows, you know, anything with Confederate flags on them, all those kind of things are prohibited from the site. They have kind of an exhaustive list. So we do check things like uranium glass. So this is definitely something we would list. This one, not. Single items that are listable, they'll just go right onto these carts to go ahead and be sold. And kind of going through the comic books, we are able to identify that this one is signed by Matt Growing. Just some really fabulous stuff. We got this from one of our stores the other day. Cool little mandolin. Just the number of unique items that we see come through here, it makes work fun every day. These are just items that we currently have up. So it's a Patagonia digital camo reversible pink. And this thing sold for $995.
Whoa.
Oh, there's your single stitch Betty Boop shirts, 151 bucks.
Do you guys get first dibs ever at any of the stuff that comes through and say, oh man, I'll buy that. I need one of those.
So I would love that to be the case, but unfortunately, we are not allowed to buy anything, period, from our listing locations.
so I'm kind of concerned at the feedback you're going to get on this piece.
How come?
Well, I see a lot of negative connotations online around Shop Goodwill.
Sure.
Or any kind of thrifting online. A lot of the customers, you know, they are looking for the good deal in the store. We are 100% a nonprofit. All the extra, you know, income we get goes to running our programs and services. I just feel like a lot of customers don't see it that way.
Sure.
There's just some negative connotations I see online. Like it's,
I can see that. Like,
You know, they're like-
and as myself, like as a reseller, I have a bittersweet relationship with it. But
Yeah.
I understand it's your stuff. You should be able to sell it how you want to sell it. So
Yeah. So, you know, but it's been great for the organization. I mean, we are able to garner a much higher price point for the items.
what is your opinion on resellers being at both Goodwill locations and shopping on your website?
So resellers, I think, are a vital part of what we do. To be honest, we try to cut out the reseller as much as possible. We definitely rely on them to purchase some of our product, but ultimately we really want to get the product in the final user's hands.
How many items would you say you list a day on average?
Per day, we list at this site anywhere between 300 to 400. From here, the listers go ahead and take one of the carts that we previously built, and they take them over to their listing station. Here, they'll do any research on the items to go ahead and title it correctly, and then they'll photograph and list the item for sale. So each lister does a minimum of 40 listings per day. So DNR does all of our authentications here. Purses, shoes, clothing.
Good timing. This is a pair of Gucci,
Yes.
perhaps?
Yes, well, we'll see. So we have some sandals right here. I usually just go to my orders and then I am able to just punch in the brand that I need. And then it tells me exactly what pictures I need to take in order to authenticate them. Pictures. It'll tell us whether the thing is real or fake right here. And it pops up with a certificate that we are able to print off.
How long does it usually take to get results?
Usually 24 to 48 hours, depending on the item.
Everything that is branded, a high-end brand like that, comes here. We kind of do some cursory testing because a lot of the bags are low quality. DNR has been doing it long enough. She knows.
You got an eye for it real
Yeah,
fast.
She knows.
Yeah.
The jewelry room.
All the jewelry from the organization gets shipped in to us. It's all unsorted, everything from Mardi Gras beads to diamond engagement rings. Aurora is sorting jewelry currently. Look for, anything precious. So this is our thermoscientific tester. So we just go ahead and take the item and then we just place it right on there and close it down. And then we hit the magic button. It's 18 karat gold, and it will tell us the other elements that are in it. Obviously, we do have a gem tester too, pretty straightforward. It'll go ahead and give us the gem. A lot of really high-end jewelry comes through here. Just in the past year, we sold a $20,000 Rolex, $8,000 Cartier brooch.
Anything noteworthy today from the collection?
I don't know, Aurora, anything noteworthy coming today that you thought was super cool? Got some baby diamonds on there.
If someone's not familiar with the site, does everything start at $1 or do you have different opening bids?
So at this particular site, everything starts at $9.99. Whether it's a $20,000 item, it's gonna start at $9.99 and it will be the pure bidding process. We wanna let the market go ahead and determine the value and the customer to set their own price.
And would you say that when people do go on shopgoodwill.com, that they get better deals than they would elsewhere? Or is it about the same?
I think they will get better deals than things like eBay. Last count, I think we were the #2 pure auction site right behind eBay. There are opportunities to get better deals than you'll see on other reseller sites.
Do you have any tips for people who want to buy something on Goodwill?
Make sure you're available to bid at the last minute because a lot of customers do the last second bidding. We see a lot of prices jump up dramatically in the last day and the last minutes.
Yeah. The snipers, we know who you are.
Yeah, they're in there. The other thing is, some agencies offer in-store pickup. If something's listed locally that's available for in-store pickup, you can end up kind of jumping the people that have to have it shipped. Over here, Dason does all of our gaming. Dason goes ahead and he makes the lot.
I set up the lot and everything, make sure everything works. see that it makes sure like it can read the games and stuff. So there is actually a website that I can use that will get rid of parental controls and stuff.
Don't let your kids see this at home. What do you think sells for the most money?
Like Nintendo 64s and stuff like those usually go for a lot of money.
It was a Nintendo 64, the Firefox edition that was new in the box.
Star Fox.
Star Fox.
Yeah.
And I think that sold for $2,001.
Yeah.
The only video games that I've seen were, I went to a Goodwill grand opening in Georgia, and they actually had a bunch of stuff on the shelves. I was shocked to see this actually, but anytime I come here, I feel like it all comes to this location, right? And you guys sort through all that.
We have in the past listed it in store, but you know, really the prices that we garner here are so much higher. And every time I've ever seen games on the sales floor, they don't get to everybody. There's one customer that comes and they're gonzo. It's either sold online or we are running some of the games through our ebooks department that's at the end of the building. The ebooks is back at the outlet where you've been.
If you haven't seen the video, Secrets of the Goodwill Bins, this was a video I did a couple of months ago. Make sure and check that one out too.
We use a program called NitoScan. It basically will tell us whether that product will sell online. And then that software will automatically list those items online for us. This is basically the library that we have of books that are all listed online. It's a new program for us, and you know, we're kind of in the infancy. The most popular books, they move quickly. We are only making like $1.50 to $2 profit.
As far as the books, you guys are like the McDonald's. The margins aren't great for a lot of them, but they're going out quick.
Yeah, that's kind of the strategy I've always had with thrift, turn and burn. On an average day though, between you and Megan, you guys probably scan through what, like 1,500 books, something like that?
1,857 and I listed 80, and Megan scanned 931 and listed 43.
Wow.
And that's just on one day.
So this is just what we put together today to be shipped. We turn all of this product every 2 weeks, anywhere between 150 to 300 packages per day. Business is good.
Yeah. If there's one thing you want people to take away from what they see in this video, do you have anything?
I think the biggest takeaway is just all of your purchases through Shop Goodwill. It drives all of our programs. 100% of the revenue that we make goes towards supporting our operations and supporting our mission. And every time you purchase from one of our sites, you know, you're helping create opportunities that change lives.